Have you ever paid attention to a guitar chord diagram like these diagrams? Are you also wondering where these letters above the chord diagrams come from and what they are? Yes, friends, you probably guessed it right. These are the letters of the musical alphabet. Many people think that learning the musical alphabet is a theoretical nightmare that's only for classical or jazz musicians. But let me put your mind at ease. It's actually much simpler than that. Today, we're going to do something so that chord names are no longer scary or confusing for you. So if you've just started learning guitar, this video is the perfect place to begin. So pour yourself a cup of coffee and come along, because in today's lesson, we're going to settle the matter of the musical alphabet once and for all. Let me go make myself a coffee and I'll be right back. Alright guys, we've got our coffees, so let's keep going strong. Look, it's really simple. In music, we deal with sounds, and these sounds are represented by English alphabet letters. But the good news is, we only have 7 letters, no more. And these 7 letters start from A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And that is all. That's all. Now at this point, you might be wondering to yourself, what specific letter comes next in the alphabet after the letter G? What happens then? I have to tell you that after G, we go back to the beginning. That means we start again from A, B, C, and then again up to G, so there is no H. And in music, we don't have an H. These notes keep repeating A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Then we go back again, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. This is a basic and fundamental rule. The fact is, we only have 7 letters. So it doesn't matter if you play metal, rock, or classical. There's no difference. We only deal with these 7 letters, the alphabet of music. Now, here's the main question. If we only have 7 letters, then why does everyone talk about 12 letters? I have to tell you that the answer lies between the notes. So what does that mean? It means that between these 7 letters, there are other letters that are exactly in between these notes. To help you understand better, let's go and review the slides together, and I'll explain everything to you using the pictures. This topic. So let's move on to the slides. Let me tell you that all these slides are available in full quality on the Guitar Saga website, and you can easily go to the Guitar Saga site, study the notes for this lesson, and also access the slides. Let's continue. Alright guys, our question was, considering that we only have 7 main notes, why do people talk about 12 notes in music? To help us answer our question more clearly, we're going to use these piano keys for a much better understanding. Here, I've brought along a detailed picture of the piano keys for you to look at. Right here in front of you, you can clearly see the layout of the piano keys. It's very clear. The white keys are our main notes and the black keys are the intermediate notes. You don't see it like this on the guitar, and that's why it's a bit confusing. In our next slide, the main notes are written on the white keys. If we read these letters from left to right, the first key is labeled G. After G, we get to the A key, and then in order we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G. When we reach G again, after that we have the A key again, then once more we reach G, and finally our last key is A. Well friends, as we mentioned, between most of the letters of the musical alphabet, or the notes, there is an intermediate note. We name this intermediate note in 2 ways. For example, let's examine the intermediate note between the 2 notes A and B. The black key you see here is our intermediate note. If we go 1 step back from the note B and reach the black key, in this case, this black key is called B flat, meaning the note B has been flattened and has gone down 1 step. But if we move up from the white key A and reach the black key, in this case, this black key is called A sharp, meaning the note A has gone up 1 step or has been sharpened and has reached our black key. So it's really simple. If we go 1 step back from a note, it becomes flat, and if we move 1 step forward from the same note, it becomes sharp. Both give us the same sound and the same black key, which has 1 frequency and sounds the same. A very important point. Friends, make sure to remember that between the notes B and C as well as E and F, there is no note in between. As you can see here, there is no extra key between these keys on the piano either. And the B and C keys are right next to each other, and likewise E and F are also right next to each other. And there is no key between them. Alright friends, as mentioned, we have the keys on the piano. Each of these keys gives us specific notes. Now, you might be wondering how this works on the guitar and how we can identify the notes on the guitar. Let's go ahead and I'll show you the musical alphabet on the guitar as well. Alright friends, as you know, we have different frets on our guitar, as you probably already know. Each of these is a fret. First fret, second fret, third fret, and so on. All the way to the end, the frets on our guitar serve exactly the same function as the keys on a piano for us. That is, if we just focus on one of the guitar strings and play each fret one by one, it's as if we're pressing the piano keys one by one, and each one gives us a specific note. For example, right now we want to play and examine the notes on the first string of our guitar together. If we've already tuned our guitar when the string is played open, string number 1, which is this string, gives us the note E. Now I want to play each fret one by one and show you the notes that they give us. First of all, we are going to move all the way up the scale, and then in the very next step, we will move back down again. And now, I am going to show you each individual note one by one. Before we begin, I want to carefully check my strings with my electronic tuner and properly tune my guitar. I highly recommend that you do the exact same thing and tune your own guitar first, so we are ready. Okay, my guitar is tuned. Alright, let's play the notes one by one, starting with the open first string. If we play it, it gives us the note E. I am going to play a sequence of 4 beats and clearly announce the name of each note as follows. E, 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 E. Now I want to play the next note, so I place my finger on the first fret. The note I get after E is F, so according to the order of the notes, our next note is F. I play it 4 times and say its name. 4, 4, 4, 4. If you follow the order of the musical notes and pay close attention, we reach a black key. On the piano, if we move one step forward from F, we get F sharp. I play F sharp 4 times. F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp. If we go one step forward from F sharp, we get G. 4 times. G, 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 G. After playing the G note, I gradually reach a specific middle note. And if you take a moment to look very closely at the black piano keys, you can see it's clearly a G sharp. Okay, we've played 4 notes so far. Now we get to the 5th note here, which is the A note. I will play it 4 times now. Next note. A sharp, A sharp, A sharp, A sharp. Moving on to the next note in our sequence, we first identify the note B. From there, the very next note we encounter gives us C. Continuing this upward progression, we have now reached our subsequent note, which provides us with the sound of C sharp. This specific tone is C sharp. C sharp, C sharp, C sharp, C sharp. As we move forward to the very next part of the staff, the next note we encounter is a D, and then right after that one we can see that the following note is also another D note for us to identify. E sharp, E sharp, E sharp, E sharp. And then we reach our very last note. Once again, we get the note E, 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 E. Yes, friends, as you know, we have 2 E's. One is played open and the other is here. The second E is sharper, but this one is deeper, right? Now we want to go back through the notes. On the way back, we no longer have sharps. Instead of sharps, we have flats. That's because we're stepping back, going back one step at a time. I'll start again from this E. E. If I go back one note, I reach a black key on the piano or an E note that's been flattened. E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat. Now I get to the D note. D, 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 D. Now I reach a black note, so it becomes D flat. And continue like this yourself and do this exercise. For the second string, when played open, it gives us the B note. If you've paid attention to the order of the notes on the piano, after B we have the C note. So press the first fret on the second string. That gives you the C note. C, 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 C. Well, friends, now we've played all the notes on the first string together. Be sure not to forget to subscribe to our channel if you followed along with today's lesson so far, and recommend the channel to anyone who might be interested. Alright friends, one point. It's very interesting that the names of guitar chords are also chosen based on these same letters of the alphabet. For example, do you see the C chord here? Take a look. The reason this chord is called C is that within this chord there is at least one C note. There is a C note present. So that's why this chord is called C. For example, here is the chord diagram. Do you see the C chord? Take a look. This is what this chord sounds like. Within this chord you have two C notes. So that's why this chord is named C. The next chord you see here is the D chord. It's called D because there is a D note in this chord. This is what it sounds like. Friends, I hope you found today's lesson useful. To access the notes for this lesson, you can go to the guitarsaga.com website and get this lesson. There you go. I've pinned the link to the article related to this lesson in the comments for you. Be sure to read the notes as well so you can understand it better. Thank you so much. See you in the next lesson. Bye-bye.